Caleb, right? It's been a very long time since I last spoke to you. Have you been doing all right for yourself?
I'm sorry, but who is it that I'm speaking to? It seems that I never got your name or anything since you're not showing up in my contacts.
It's me, Caleb. Haven.
What? Haven? Are you serious?
That's right. It's me, your lovely wife, Haven. I had a look and saw that your phone number was still in my phone, so I decided to give you a text. Seems you never did get around to changing your number, did you?
What do you want with me now?
What do I want? I was just wondering how you've been doing these days, and decided to check up on you is all.
What do you mean you were wondering how I've been doing? Have you forgotten about all the things you've done in the past? For someone who left their husband and daughter behind to go run away, do you have any idea how tough the past 20 years have been for me raising our daughter all by myself?
And right now, I feel really bad for what I'd done back then. I'm so sorry about that. But there was never a day after that where I had forgotten about you or our daughter.
You have no right saying that to me. You were the one that left your daughter with me and only took your son as you ran away. Ever since you had that kid, you only ever showed him any love while you actively ignored your daughter. JC thinks you abandoned her to this day because of that, and you sure did.
Don't start saying that I abandoned her. And it wasn't like I didn't care at all about what happened to my daughter back then. But back then, I could only take along one of the children, not both of them.
In other words, you left her behind, abandoning her. And the same thing can be said for what you did to me. At that time, I had no clue why you guys left the house and why you were never coming back home to us. It was so hard for me to fathom that my face went white and I passed out. I was in so much shock after that I had to go to a therapist to help me deal with it all.
Well, I had a lot of things going on myself then. But I am very aware that what I did to the two of you was very wrong of me. However, at that point in time, there was a few things going on that gave me no other choice but to run away in the end.
What the hell happened that forced you to do that to us? If it was something so drastic that you had to leave both your husband and daughter behind, then it must have been a very big deal, right?
It's a bit hard for me to explain right now. A lot of things piled up that kind of led to such an outcome.
I have no idea what it could have been that did such a thing to you. And do you think not explaining it to me is gonna get me to just accept what happened?
Anyway, I have been worried about the both of you since that day. So, how has JC been doing with you? It's been 20 years since the last time I saw her, so she has to be an adult by now, right? I wonder what kind of a woman she's grown up to become.
JC ended up finding a really good job a few years ago and is now working for that company. She's living on her own now and is a fantastic person. She's at the point now where she'll be making more than me come next year.
That's amazing! She really is a wonderful little girl. She really has turned into an exact copy of you, right? I feel so much better now hearing that she's become so successful. You must have done a really good job parenting her all by yourself for her to end up that way.
I had to get a lot of help from my parents with her, though. Anytime I had to go into work, I had to hand her off to my mom and dad to take care of.
I'm sure that was the case. But I think she turned out much better with you guys than she would have with me. Your family happens to all be rich, and I'm sure they took her out to eat all the time.
But I felt terrible leaving my daughter with them all the time when they had both been so successful that they retired early. They should have had the chance to spend their later years relaxing and traveling. But in order to make sure their granddaughter was always in good hands, they stuck around and cared for her.
I need to thank your mom and dad sometime then. I'd love to tell them thanks in person, actually.
You stop that right now. If you were to go to their place to meet with them right now, you'd be beaten to a pulp and thrown out. Both of my parents hate your guts even more than I do.
I see. I guess there was no helping being hated for what I did. I really am so sorry for all of it.
By this point, most of the people who knew you have forgotten all about you now, and I was doing my best to forget about you as well. I never thought that after 20 years you'd be getting back in touch with me about everything.
20 years is a very long time when you think about it. During the past 20 years, did you come across anyone else that you fell in love with?
I never had the time to make a new partner, and I didn't really care to think about something like that either after you. To me, the only thing that mattered was taking the best care I could of JC. And throughout most of the 20 years, I didn't even want to talk to other women.
I'm sure that's true. It was because of me that you became so distant from all other women. I'm sorry.
It sure was because of you. Thankfully, I was finally able to get over a lot of that after years and years of therapy. But now you're back here talking to me, so could you just shut up and leave me alone already? There's nothing left for me to say to you now, and I don't find it enjoyable that you're talking to me again. If you have nothing else to talk with me about, then stop texting me.
Caleb, do you have a moment to talk?
What is it now? I told you 2 weeks ago to never text me again, didn't I?
I'm sorry, but I have something I want to ask you. It's something that I can really only ask from you. So could you at least give me a second of your time to listen?
What is this about?
Currently, our son is going to university, right? But he's going to have to repeat a year now.
Huh? Jack has to repeat a year? What the hell happened there?
Ever since he became a university student, all his life has been about is fooling around. No matter how many times I talked with him, he never listened to me. And by the end of the year, he didn't have enough credits to move on. But I can't afford to pay for another year of his schooling. Do you think you can help me pay for another year?
You're asking me to? Why me?
Why you? Because Jack is your son, isn't he?
But for the past 20 years now, he hasn't said one single thing to me at all, right? He should have heard about my number from you and had the time to call me to talk. But when I asked you about that a while back, you told me that he had no interest in his father and sister that no longer lived around him, right? Him having to retake a year now is what happens when you don't listen to your parents and take things seriously. And asking me for help now is so freaking bold of you.
So, you're saying it's totally fine with you if he doesn't graduate from university? If JC was going through the same situation, you would help her out, wouldn't you? You can't just discriminate against your own son like that.
Well, the thing is, my daughter never had to take another year.
Sure, Jack may not be as serious as she is, but even still, he's your one and only son. You need to help him out here. As his father, it is your duty to make sure he can go to school and everything, right?
Are you really gonna say that now? For someone who left the house unannounced, taking your only son and leaving your daughter with me, you have no right saying jack about being a mother or a father. All right, if that's how you want to play these games, then what happened to the settlement and child support I should have gotten from ya, huh?
What the heck are you talking about with a settlement and child support?
Because of what you did to me, I had to go to therapy for years and years to get over the mental agony. And since you left JC with me, you never took care of her one bit, right? What I'm saying now is that I can finally take you to court over all of that and win a settlement from ya.
Stop that, please! If you end up doing that to me, then it won't just be another year of college I can't pay for, but his entire schooling in general. I won't even be able to support myself anymore.
If you don't want me to do that, then you shut your damn mouth about getting any money out of me. You really are pissing me off with that selfish BS right now. You come out of nowhere after 20 years to talk with me again, and of course it's just about money.
I get it already. I won't talk to you anymore now. You really are such a cold man. It's because you are like that my only choice was to leave the house and take Jack.
Why the hell are you here? For what purpose did you come all the way out here for?
How dare you kick me out like that, you bastard! It's because all of you guys are here that I decided to come all the way out to this funeral.
Why the hell would you come to this funeral, though? This is the funeral for someone who's very important to me, not you. Now get the hell away from here.
But I'm already here. I heard about what happened, all right? Your father finally ended up kicking the can.
You knew about that and still had the nerve to come all the way out here? Who the hell told you about that?
I just heard about it from someone, and through them, they told me that your father had died. And that you will be the one getting all of his money, right? I know that I ran away from you years ago, but since you and I are still married, I get a part of that money, right?
What the frick? What the actual hell was that just slipped out of your mouth? What the hell does an asshole like you get again? Oh, that's right, they're gonna get a settlement for talking about money with me again.
I don't care about what happened in the past, all right? That has nothing to do with the money now you're getting in his will, right? And to this day, I am still your wife, which means that I have every right to get a portion of that money, okay?
Are you screwed in the head or something? You really expected me to let you stay married to me for 20 years after you ran away with my son and never said anything? You and I have been divorced for a long, long time now.
There's no way you and I are divorced. I never once signed any divorce papers or anything.
Well, the divorce happened and you are no longer my wife.
Does that mean you went and made a fake divorce paper up or forged my name onto it? You really are an asshole. Don't you know something like that is a crime?
Shut the hell up and get a goddamn grip! I would never forge something like that, and I made sure to get the divorce in the most civil way possible at the time.
Without even having my permission to do so? How the hell can you get a divorce without my say in the matter?
It was pretty easy, actually. In this state, if one of the married partners goes missing and is gone for 3 years, then a divorce can be initiated and finalized. Sure, I had to wait 3 years, but in the end, I was able to divorce you because you never said a word to me.
You're lying. Because of something like that, you divorced me? I never knew a system like that even existed.
Well, it does, and thank God for that. So now that you're aware of that, you and I are complete and total strangers.
Then give me whatever the hell Jack would be getting from your father. Even if you divorced me, the relationship you have as a father to your son doesn't go away, right? He still has a right to some of that money, right?
Are you kidding me? He's not my dad's child and was never written in the will. The only way that Jack would ever have access to any money is if something were to happen to me. And as for you, even if we didn't get a divorce, you still wouldn't even have a right to my dad's money. The only ones who have access to that money he left behind is myself and my mom.
What? Is that really true?
You really are such an airhead. The only thing that seems to make any sense in your head is money and not a damn thing else, huh? Or could it be that that's all you've ever been good for, taking people's money? What a frickin' disgrace.
Shut the hell up! It's not my fault that I didn't know anything about all of that.
Anyway, there isn't a single penny in my family that'll be going to either one of you, so get the hell away from us. And then, don't you ever come around us again.
Please, Caleb. Just a little bit is fine right now, so please help me. I'll even go into debt to you if I have to, so please. I will give you whatever money I borrow from you back. If you don't give me something soon, then Jack's future is going to be lost.
I'm not gonna trust you. I know your kind of people, and the moment I give you any money at all, you're gonna disappear again and never give it back. I know every single thing you plan on doing because you are the scum of this earth and nothing but that. All right, don't you even try leaving Jack here at the front of the church while we're having this funeral.
He's still sitting there at the front?
He's out in the rain all by himself, not moving an inch. Where the hell did you run off to, leaving your son here like that?
You're the one that told me to screw off, right?
But I never said for you to just leave him here all by himself.
I have a lot of things going on. I've really learned now that you aren't going to do a thing for me, so I'm out again looking for someone else who can. If I can't find someone to give me some money really soon, things are going to go to hell for me.
I know. None of that was ever about Jack needing any money for school. You're just having some real frickin' problems with your life is all.
What? Why the hell do you know about that?
A few years ago, actually, I'd learned about your whereabouts, and that's when I began to learn about how the two of you were doing.
Are you serious? Then you should know better than anyone else how much trouble I'm in right now. Help me the hell out!
This and that are two different things.
You really are so heartless. You're an insensitive monster for sure.
I'm pretty sure you're meant to say that into a mirror about yourself, leaving your own son in such a sorry state like that.
Huh? What the hell are you going on about now?
I just opened up the door and had a word with Jack. He started to knock on the door and said he had something he needed to tell me about. You not only lied to me, but you've been lying to your son as well, huh?
About what, Caleb?
The reason that Jack has to take another year isn't because he's been playing around all the time. The one who's been playing around has been you, going out to spend all the money you never had, making up all this debt that you'll never pay off. And then you started to dig into the money that Jack had saved up for school, including his scholarship money. He told me he's had to start working now instead of going to class because he needs to make even more money now, and that's why he's doing so poorly there. The one who's destroying their son's future isn't me, but you, Haven.
You're wrong about that. Now Jack is trying to blame all of this on me. That kid is going through his rebellious phase right now.
Jack's told me about how you explained what happened 20 years ago as me having kicked the both of you out of the house in favor of JC. And that's why you kept him from ever talking to me about anything, right? He told me that he couldn't text me either because he didn't want to ask the man who threw him out for help. I don't blame him now for never talking to me and feel horrible for the kid.
You have it all wrong.
In the end, it wasn't only myself and our daughter who you went and hurt, but your own son as well. I assumed since you went and took only him when you ran away that you'd at least be taking great care of him for me. I feel bad for him now, so from here on out, I'll be the one taking care of him.
What? Does that mean you're going to be paying for his schooling as well?
Sure, I'll pay for that. And I'll even start paying for him to have food and everything as well. Until he's gone and found himself a proper job and is supporting himself, I'll be giving him money.
Thank God. I knew that you were always a really good father. Thank you so much.
But when it comes to you and all that debt, I don't give a damn about it. I'm not taking on a third child, and will kick you onto the streets if you dare try and come back here now.
What? But you're going to be supporting Jack financially, right?
Yeah, because from here on out, he's going to be staying with me back at my place. My house is close enough to his university that he'll be able to go there every day from my place, and that's the reason you won't be getting jack out of me now.
Huh? So you're just going to steal my son from me now?
He's old enough now to know that he doesn't need you anymore and isn't even legally bound to you either. He wants to be with me because he knows that he has infinitely better chances in my house. So I'm gonna take him in now and show him the love and support I wish I could have been showing him these past 20 years. You have no right telling him what to do now, so back the hell off.
But the one that has raised them up until this point was me.
Shut the hell up, please. All you ever did was cause your poor son pain and suffering.
I will not allow the three of you to have good lives without me being a part of it. If you're going to allow my son to go and live with you, then you allow me to live there as well.
Like you'd said, even in divorce, it doesn't end the relationship I have with my son, which is why I'm fine with taking him in now, but not some stranger. I have no reason to be letting you come live with me again, not after all you've done to us.
No matter what the hell you tell me, I'm going to be going to your place and living there with you and Jack. Even if I have to force my way into that house of yours, I'll be living there with you too. Hey! You can hear my voice right now, can't you? You let me into your house right now!
Stop making such a goddamn scene in front of my house! You're gonna piss off all my neighbors soon! Now get the hell off my lawn, you pile of shit!
No way! Until you let me into your house, I'm going to keep banging on the door and yelling at the top of my lungs! Jack is already in there living with you, right? Let me live with the both of you as well!
If you don't screw off right now, you're gonna regret it. I'm not playing nice with you anymore and will take every measure I can legally against you.
Are you a freaking idiot? What the hell do you think you can do to me?
Remember, I am legally carrying and can defend my home from threats like you. All I have to do is load this gun and it'll be all over for you, right?
What?
I was able to get my first handgun last year after taking a home defense and weapons safety course. I did so in case people like you ever came around and wanted to hurt my daughter or I. You and I are long divorced now, so there's nothing wrong with defending my house from a stranger. And if that's not even enough to scare you off, then go ahead and carry on. I've already got 911 dialed into my phone and I'm ready to make that call as well. It's not gonna be for an ambulance, though.
Stop saying that! If you were to shoot me right now, there would be no way for me to pay the medical fees off.
Well, then it's best that you get off my porch right now and get the hell away from me. And how come you don't have any insurance right now either? Can't pay it off with the debt you're in with those illegal loaners? Good luck running from them when they catch your scent next.
I had no other choice but to borrow from them. I tried going to other banks and places, but none of them would allow me to get a loan anymore. And when I finally found those guys, I didn't realize just how serious they all were. At first, they treated me so well and were very kind to me. But over time, the interest kept getting higher, and I wasn't able to pay that all off either. And by that point, I realized that I was stuck and had to make a run for it. I couldn't pay for things like insurance anymore, for myself or for Jack, and now I'm stuck.
And that's what you deserve, too. I'm gonna make sure to fill out all the paperwork I can to ensure that someone like JC and Jack won't have to deal with any of your debt in the future in case you die off before paying. Once all that paperwork is done, they won't even be considered your children anymore.
Are you really going to abandon me like this? You hold it right there. Does even Jack want to abandon me now? He should want to stay my son forever. He should feel that he owes me something for having raised him all by myself. He should be working right now to help save and support me.
How shameless of a bitch are you? Jack tells me that the whole time he'd been under your care, there were rarely any times where he felt safe and happy with you. He tells me you'd always leave him at the house all by himself and go out to find different men who'd pay you for a good time. And I'm pretty sure now that the reason you ran away from JC and I in the past was for another man, right? You really are the most useless mother ever, Haven.
But I was the one that allowed him to eat, right? Who the hell was the one that allowed him to grow as big and strong as he is now? You never did a damn thing for him. You really are the most boring man ever who will never have any other chance with a woman again. Sorry that I happened to be sexy and fun and was able to make all kinds of men who were willing to please me better than you.
God damn it, just shut the hell up already. I'm calling the police.
Wait! I won't say anything else, okay? I'll calm down now and talk to you. So please, help me out of all of this, please.
Too late. Already called the police and loaded my gun. As a father of two very precious kids, I might have to do what I'd been prepared to do tonight in order to defend them. Now, if you don't want this door opened in your face and a bullet to the head, turn around and screw off now. Do the exact same thing you did 20 years ago by shutting up and running away. After saying that, my ex-wife ran off the front porch, and my son and I never had to see her again. But before the police could find her and take her into their custody, those loners found her and kidnapped her after shoving her into the back of their black van and driving off into the night, as some spectators of the event said. She began to call my son and I over and over again asking for help, only to have her phone broken by one of the men, and that was the end of it. Just to be on the safe side, though, I told my son to go ahead and block her number, just like I was doing to it. And just to make sure we never had to get wrapped up in her crap anymore, I had both my kids change their numbers, as well as my own number. Since then, I'm not sure if my ex is doing all right or not, or if she's even alive anymore. But let me just remind everyone, I don't care at all what's happened to her. To me, the only people that really matter now are my two kids who've been reunited. After having lived together with my son for a few weeks now, I realized he knows how to take care of himself really well and is a good young man. And when it comes to him finally being with his sister again, the two of them got to talking right away and have grown close to one another, leaving me feeling relieved. I guess I shouldn't have doubted the love of a brother and sister. Right now, we're planning to go on a family vacation to somewhere really soon. From now on, I'd like to take all the time back that I'd lost, enjoying time with the both of my kids together as one whole family. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story. Sammy, I'm gonna be late coming home from work again today, and I'm not gonna need you to make me anything for dinner either.
What? But you promised me before that you make it your top priority to get home early today, right? You said after you got out of work you'd come home and have dinner with Seth and I.
Eat dinner with Seth?
Did you forget about how he just received his first bonus and was wanting to take us out for dinner on him? You'd promised him you'd be able to go out today after he had come home during the holidays and everything.
Oh, is that right? I completely forgot about all of that. I'm sorry, but could you two go by yourselves, please? I had plans come in for me to go out to dinner with a customer of mine.
Again? You were saying the same exact thing the other day when this happened with you, right?
I happen to have more than just one customer that I have to work with, you know. And since it's now January, there's a lot of work going on with all of them. Can you go and apologize to Seth for me, please?
How about you call or text him and tell him sorry for all of that yourself?
Well, it's a bit hard for me to have to talk with him over the phone, actually. You get what I mean, right? Him and I don't really see eye to eye on many things, and I'd much rather talk with our oldest, Mike, about things.
Well, Seth is still one of your sons, so I don't think you should be saying things like that about him when it's you with the problems.
I never said that I was blaming him or hating him for anything, though. I just don't like how he's always going on and on about the things I say to him and is always trying to one-up me. Remember how bad he was back when he was in high school? Always talking to me like I was the child and never knew what I was saying?
Well, high school is a strange time for boys to go through, so I don't blame him for having different opinions about you then. And remember that none of the things he was saying to you were wrong, right? I'm glad that he had the wit to tell you straight to your face that you shouldn't be avoiding all the chores when both you and I are working. And the things he said about you not being delicate when speaking to others.
He seems to only ever want to side with you, Sammy. Maybe you've turned him into a bit of a mama's boy? Even Mike has been a bit worried about the kid. And Seth is working out in the real world now, yet he doesn't even have a girlfriend or anything yet, right? What's all of that about?
What are you saying, Brad? He does have a girlfriend right now, and she is very cute.
Wait, is that true? Last year when we were all at Mike's wedding, he told me that he wasn't in a relationship or anything, right?
That's because you were trying to pick on him about how he would never find a woman. He just lied to you so that you would all leave him alone, right? He didn't want to have to deal with you picking on him any longer, and that's why he ended things right then and there.
Duh, that's what I really don't like about the kid at all, Sammy. He doesn't understand how to have a good time and talk with his old man.
Well, you need to stop having such good times like that when you're at work. If you're acting the same way there like you act at home, then you're going to scare away all the new hires.
Well, Mike understands what I'm talking about all the time.
And that's only because Mike took after you and has fallen under your influence of becoming a bad man. I am happy he found a woman to marry and all, but he never does any of the chores at home either for her. I've been getting pretty worried lately that he might be causing some trouble for his wife Mary now.
Mary's the type of wife that would do anything and everything for her husband, all right? Not only is she quiet, but she listens and does everything he says. And when it comes to her body, I could do all kinds of stuff to it.
Hey, you! Don't you ever say things like that in front of her when she's around, okay? Heck, you shouldn't even be saying things like that in front of your own wife. Understood? I'm sorry to say, but the way you talk is a century too old. It needs to be changed for the better.
You really love to just run that annoying little mouth of yours, huh? Are you starting to hate the fact that you're becoming old now and are taking it out on everyone else? Because that's exactly what this all seems like to me.
Why are you suspecting that sort of thing from me?
Because recently you've really been going overboard with all that nagging, all right? And based off the way you're looking these days, I don't blame you for being upset. I mean, your stomach has started to look like a deflated basketball and your face like a wet piece of paper. I know you're trying your best to hide all of that under sweatshirts and makeup, but I can see all of those things all too easily.
I'm not trying to hide any of these things, actually. I'm at the point now where I've had 2 kids, and the both of them are living on their own now. So it makes sense that I'd be looking a lot older than before, right? And let me just say, you're not shying away from looking your age either. So I have no idea what you think you're doing sitting there making fun of my looks and age when you yourself aren't looking any younger.
When it comes to men, the older they are, the better they look. An adult man who's well put together and everything is what younger women want. You really have no clue what you're going on about, do you, Sammy?
Oh, is that so? Anyhow, you need to just be a bit more careful about the way you talk to others about others. I'll go and talk with Seth now about how you're not coming out to dinner tonight, and about how you broke that promise. Brad, do you know what time it is right now? I would like to lock the front door and go to bed soon. So either you come home soon here, or you don't come home at all tonight. What's it going to be?
You don't have to lock the freaking doors, all right? I'm not sure what time I'm gonna be home yet either, so you can leave the house unlocked and head right off to bed.
But recently in the next town over, there has been a rise in crimes like break-ins. And it sounds like a few of those people are still on the loose and haven't been caught yet. I already spoke with a few of the neighbors about it, and some of them said to start locking our doors at night in case they come this way. So before I head off to bed, I'd like to lock everything up.
What would someone like that even want to be breaking into our house for anyway? And even if you locked the doors, they could still break in through the window or just kick the front door down. Don't forget that the back door is a sliding door, which would be all too easy for them to break, right?
Stop saying such scary things, Brad. I would like to protect this house the best that I can, because it's what I've put so much of my life into. And considering that we have a nice house and lots of nice things inside of it, they would most definitely aim for it, right?
Yeah, all right. You're right that there are a lot of things they'd want to steal from us. But are they really going to steal from people who still have 10 years left of their loan to pay off? I like to think we're anything but rich.
This house was built thanks to that order your parents made, right? I told them not to put so much work into the place because we didn't need much at all. But they went all out on the place anyway, and just when they were supposed to start helping us pay the loans off, they passed away. And to make matters worse, they left you and I with nothing but debt, right?
But I made sure not to take any of that debt after they passed away so you don't have to worry about it.
Well, even if that's true, they still left us with such a massive loan in this house, right? Because of that, no matter how much I work and work and work, I'm not able to save up any money. And now that both of our kids are out of the house and on their own, we should be saving all of our money so that we can retire.
Why are you making such a fuss right now? You and I are both working full-time, so we'll make everything work out for us in the end. Well, I say that you and I are both working full-time, but your line of work seems to be all fun and games for you, right? I really wish I could have a career like that instead of the crap I've been led into.
I know that I've already explained this to you plenty of times now, but my current job is anything but fun for me.
What did you call yourself again? An influencer? All you're doing is making posts online and bringing in some pocket change for us.
I am using the internet to make announcements about very important news regarding things that most people are using on a day-to-day basis. And at the moment, I'm in talks with some very important people about their businesses and mine.
Stop trying so hard to gain my respect. And you really think there are any businesses that want to work with an old lady's influence like yours? Stop thinking you're worth anything at all when you're only making a couple $100 a month.
All right. If that's what you want to think about all of this, then go right ahead. I'm tired of talking about all of this with you, Brad. So when are you coming home tonight?
I told you already, I'm not sure about that yet. Stop worrying about the house getting broken into and go to bed.
Brad, you and I have been married for close to 30 years now, right? And I'm not trying to place any restrictions on your life or anything, but recently, I feel as though you've been a little bit too crazy.
What do you mean?
Your life is becoming a bit crazy for your age. Every single day you're coming home late, and when it's your days off, you're never at home with me, right? It seems as though you're only coming home now to sleep, and that's it.
Unlike you and your pathetic life, I'm a busy man. And also, when I'm at home with you, I can't catch a break, 'cause there's this annoying old hag there that's telling me to do this and that all the damn time.
Don't start to think that me asking you to do the chores at home is anything new, Brad. I wouldn't mind if you at least did a few every week and let me take care of the rest. But the few times you are ever home, you don't do anything, and always yell at me to cook something for you and for me to get your work clothes ready for you. It's like I'm some kind of housemate of yours with the way you always talk to me. So I just ask that you do the things you want done from time to time and stop making me do all of them.
Sammy, I'm the breadwinner of this house, all right? I'm very much different from someone who just sits around at home all day playing for work. Even Mike said something about this, right? He said that for someone who relies on me for everything, Mom sure loves to take those business trips all the time.
When did you and Mike talk about my business trips and I?
We called one another the other day is all.
Oh, are you talking about that phone call where he was asking you for more money because his life isn't going the way he expected?
Well, I guess that's what it was about.
So he's even calling you about all of that now.
Hey, can't you please hand him a little money to help him out? He's a newly married man, and I feel bad for him. It'd be a shame if his wife started to notice he's in need of money right after getting married, right?
What are you talking about? That kid should have gotten a ton of money from all of the family when he had his wedding and everything, right? Yet he went and spent all of that money in a month?
He told me that there were a lot of expenses he still needed to pay off, all right? And when it comes to men, they have a lot of socializing to do as well.
Well, I never told him that I was against giving him some more money. But if he's going to ask us for money, I wanted to see a well-thought-out plan where he will only be putting that money into the house in order to make sure he doesn't get into any more financial trouble. However, he told me he's not going to do something that's such a pain in the butt and hung up on me without saying goodbye.
Mike isn't on his own anymore, though. He has a wife like Mary now, so things like that aren't easy for him to do anymore.
That's just a weak excuse, Brad. You want to know why he's acting like that in the first place? It's because you always spoiled him growing up, which is so upsetting since you always hold things against Seth and never let him have the same chances Mike had. You made Seth pay to get his own driver's license, all the while paying Mike more than it was worth for the license because he'd spend half of that money on himself. If we don't start holding Mike accountable for always blowing through the money he has, then he's going to be in a lot of trouble down the road, and that will most definitely hurt Mary. I don't want for Mary to have to go through all of that when she is so sweet.
You really don't ever listen to a thing Mike or I say to you, do you? That's one of the many reasons why I don't want to go back home to you, you annoying hag.
Then how about you and him start acting like respectable adults, and then I won't have to comment on it anymore.
I like to think that the loan on this house isn't the problem for you and me, but you yourself. I would love it if I could build myself a new wife just like this house.
God, all you ever have to say is the most rude and self-centered junk. Are you not even a little bit thankful for having me around the house? Who do you think has been the one taking care of you all these years?
All right, okay, I've had enough of this crap now. I'm not going to be coming home now tonight, so go ahead and lock the place up and go to bed. I'm not even going to expect anything good from you anymore, so do as you please. Good night. Sammy, I have something I'd like to talk with you about.
And what the heck could you want to talk with me about? For the past 2 weeks, you have been completely ignoring me, never even saying a word, right?
I've been out drinking with Mike lately.
Is that right?
And, well, I've decided that I'm going to be getting a divorce from you now.
Huh?
I've had enough of you and what you stand for. I'll be having Mike and his wife move in with me now, so you're welcome to get out of my house any time between now and then.
Jesus, yet another one of your stupid ideas has shown its face.
There's no need for you and I to be together anymore, right? And also, to both Mike and I, all you ever are anymore is this burden that we have no use for. With you out of the house and my life, I'll finally be able to get a breath of fresh air again. And I'll be able to give both Mike and Mary a nice house to live in while they're having some struggles, right? And Mary'll be doing all of the chores in the house for us.
I don't actually mind the idea of divorcing you and leaving this house. But will you guys be able to afford to pay off the rest of the loan together? There are still plenty of years left on it that you'll have to be responsible for.
It's just $500 a month, right? That's pocket change to a man with a job like mine.
$500 a month? What do you think you're saying right now? It's $5,000 a month, Brad.
Huh? $5,000 a month? Stop trying to lie to me about that. I've been paying $500 a month for the last couple of years on that loan, all right?
You have been, that's true. But I've been the one paying off the remainder every month after you.
Look, you, I don't care how much you're against the both of us getting married. You need to stop lying about things like that. Tell me, what kind of a house would require a loan that's $5,000 a month to pay off?
This house, you dumbass. It's all because of both of your parents went to town making the plans for this house up that we had to take out such a massive loan. It's the kind of house where we have to spend almost 10 whole years of income paying it off. And the bank said we'd get 20 years to pay it off. Compared to most other loans, that's a very short time frame to work with. But none of you ever listened to me about when I said we didn't need all these extra rooms and crap here.
Are you really saying that there's a reason for this place costing $5,000 a month and that you're the one paying that remaining $4,500 a month off?
I am saying that, Brad.
If you're going to speak to me like that, then how's about you go to bed first and learn to wake up? Honestly, it's so childish for you to be making up such a lie right now just because you don't want to be thrown away. Well, if it's really $5,000 a month, then I'll be able to pay that off too. So you're going to be leaving me whether you want to or not.
All right, sure thing. I like to think this is the perfect time for me anyway. I was doing my very best to hold myself together in order to raise our kids and get them out of the house. And now that the both of them are out and have jobs of their own, I think it's time I said goodbye to you. I'll be sure to leave this house during this week, all right? So let's make sure to get those divorce papers handed in as soon as possible. How does that sound to you?
I can't believe how much of a bitch you're acting like to the very end. That's why the moment you became an old hag, you're being abandoned by your family. Starting right now, you're going to be finding out just how much you'd taken advantage of me and my money, and will most definitely learn to regret it. Hey, Sammy, where are you at right now?
That has nothing to do with you, right? I mean, you and I are completely divorced from one another after all.
This house's loan, it really is $5,000 a month to pay it off.
It sure is, Brad. It sure is. Have you finally come around to believing what I told you now?
Mary told me that a demand letter came in the mail today.
Uh-huh. I was expecting something like that to be coming to you guys soon.
Hey, what should we do about this?
That has nothing to do with me, so asking me is only going to annoy me. Now, what I'd like to talk about is splitting our properties. Whatever happened to us doing all of that anyway? You always say that you're too busy to talk about it and say that we can chat later. Well, it's been a month now since I left the house, so could you please hurry up and decide on a date for us to talk? I have a lawyer who is growing a bit impatient now, and I'd like to let them know when to come out and see me.
Sammy, do you think you could come back to me?
Excuse me?
You were always paying off the remainder of this loan every month, right? At first I thought you were just lying about all of that to avoid the divorce, but you weren't kidding me then, huh? I seriously didn't think at the time that you were really bringing in that kind of money each month.
You want me coming back to you now ever since learning about the amount I'm making? Don't be so ridiculous, Brad. You really have lost all of my respect.
No, wait, I'm really regretting kicking you out of the house for Mike and Mary now. Mike has been making me pay for everything in his life now, and I assumed that Mary was this very well-rounded woman, but she doesn't actually do any of the chores here. Actually, she's far worse when it comes to burning through money, and just last week she spent $5,000 on plastic surgery alone, and she did it with her credit card. How could she do something like that?
They are so much alike, it sounds. To be honest, I was always worried about Mary being with Mike, you know? But did you know that when I was leaving the house, she stopped by and was laughing at me under her breath? I thought that maybe she didn't mean to laugh at me or anything. But then I learned she did view me the same way as Mike did. And man, am I glad I didn't worry about her any more than I was.
This is not okay. I never thought things would turn out like this for me, all right?
But isn't this all that you've decided on having happen? I think that it's too late for you to be trying to get back with your ex-wife now after things you've said to her. So how about you put down that phone of yours and start asking for more work so that you have the money to start paying things off?
Please, Sammy, come back to me. If you come back and live with me again, I'll make sure to kick both Mike and Mary out.
No way, Brad. I'm actually looking forward to what this new life of mine holds for me. So you screw off and get out of my way.
But I'm in a whole lot of trouble right now. If nothing changes here, then I'm gonna even end up losing this house.
Well, wouldn't that be a wonderful thing for you, though? If you're not able to afford paying off that loan anymore, go ahead and sell the house to get yourself out of debt. I'm sure it won't sell for the price we had to buy it for, though. But that's just the downside of not taking great care of the place.
You're telling me to let go of this house now?
That's the only option you have now, mister. And let's not forget about the money you still owe me. Are you even able to pay that off?
You're talking about money that I owe you?
We'll talk more about it when we speak about the property split. But I paid a lot more of that house off than you, which means I get part of it. So if you don't have the money to give me in place of the house, then you're going to have to sell it and give me part of what you make. Also, you have a settlement to pay off for having that affair.
What affair?
Oh no. So you just assumed that I never noticed anything going on there? You would go and pay to hang out with a young girl and have sex with her all the time, right? You were even using some of the money we saved up in our shared account, right? I have all the evidence proving these things, so don't even try talking your way out of any of it.
Since when did you know about all of that?
I started looking into it about a year ago now. And that's why I've been thinking about divorcing you for a while now, actually.
Why are you only bringing all of that up with me now?
I was just waiting for the correct timing was all. But then you started to talk about how you wanted to divorce me, which was the best thing I could have ever asked for. And the only reason I was waiting until after the divorce to talk with you about this is because we needed to settle all of our other problems first.
Hold on a second. At this point in time, I really don't have any money. And right now I have no clue what's going to happen to me and this house next month.
That has not a single thing to do with me, though. I'm going to make sure you pay the hell up, big guy.
I'm sorry. I apologize for having thrown you out of the house and abandoning you, and for having made fun of you and your career. I was wrong for doing all of that to you. So please, could you come back and help me now?
You're asking me to go back to a man that not only made fun of the woman I am, but only paid $500 of the $5,000 loan, and who went and had affairs with another girl much younger than you and I? Would you cut it out with all of that unfathomable talk? Who do you think you are saying that to someone like me that's doing just fine on my own?
Until recently, you and I were doing so well together, right? We'd been together for 30 years, right?
You and I were doing so well together. I'm sorry, but I think I was the one working their ass off in order for us to do so well together. And it was your ass that kicked me out of the house and divorced me after 30 years, right?
Sammy, I really am so sorry for all of that. From now on, I'll do everything you say to me. And from now on, I'll be doing all of the chores for us. So please forgive me. Please, find some way to give me one more chance that will allow the two of us to live together again. That's all I'm asking for.
No matter what you have to say to me now, it's too late. You should have been saying things like that to me when we were married and living together, right? You really were the most useless person ever, right until the very end. It's because you not only look like an old fart, but act like one too that I'm never going back to you. So now, you can learn and regret all the things you did to me for the rest of your sad, little, insignificant life. After that, my ex-husband and I got together and talked all about how much he'd owe me in the splitting of our properties, as well as how much the settlement would be for him having had those affairs. But of course, he didn't have the money to pay me immediately, And so I told him to hold off on that until he had sold his house and had some money ready. And then, after half a year had gone by since the divorce, the money was transferred into my account by him. I'm sure that for him it was hard to have to pay me that $40,000 settlement. But that's what happens when he had an affair after being my husband for so long. And for my older son, he still follows my ex-husband around looking to get any money he can out of him. And currently, the three of them have been living together in a smaller apartment. I've heard a lot about how they all get into fights quite often at that apartment and will cause a lot of trouble for the rest of the tenants since they are so loud. And it's always about things like my ex-husband not having enough money for his son and daughter-in-law, and about how Mary isn't doing enough of the chores for my ex. I know that for a little bit, both Mike and Mary claimed that they would leave my ex and go to her parents' house for good. But when they tried calling them to ask if that'd be all right, they were hung up on immediately. It seems that Mary's lack of seriousness and total selfishness around the house didn't go without notice at home, and so both of her parents had cut ties to her a long time ago over all of that. So, I suppose that means Mary just forgot about all of that, or was never really aware in the first place what they'd done. But with no other options, and with Mike not really making enough money to support the both of them anymore, they had to shut up and continue living off of my ex-husband, who doesn't have much money coming in either. I made sure to block both my older son and my ex-husband soon after getting the money, but not long after that, my younger son Seth called me and said that Mike was asking him for money now. But since he had been treated like crap by both my ex-husband and Mike, he said he had no reason to help them out any, and blocked their phone numbers as well. He only did that, though, after sending a picture of him laughing to his brother and watching how he responded to that. I'm not sure how things are going to turn out for my ex and older son down the road, but they are free to do whatever the hell they want now. I'm sure that neither of them are going to have very fun lives, though, anymore. As for myself, after getting all of that money from my ex-husband, I went and bought myself an older condo downtown. Thankfully, the place was partially furnished with some rather nice stuff, and most of the piping and electrical are all new, so it is livable. Over time, I'll work on getting myself some nicer furniture and decorate the place up a little, and will also repaint the walls and redo the wood floors as well. But that'll all be stuff I do down the road, because this year I'm just going to take things easy in regards to my wallet and focusing on making money. Because of the loan I was paying on that other house, I never really had the ability to save much money at all, so from now on I'm going to work my butt off to save up for retirement. I want to make sure I have enough so that I never have to bother my son for any of his money or time, and can leave him to do whatever he likes with his girlfriend. And with me no longer having to worry about my ex-husband and older son, I have the ability to work as much as I want for as long as I want. There's no telling how long I'm going to continue working for, but as long as my body can function properly, I'll try to have some form of income. I really am looking forward to what some would call the second chance at life, and what will it bring me down the road. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.
Kathy, are you at home right now?
Wait, are you already at the house, Jeremy?
Yeah, I just got here a little bit ago. Did you go out or anything tonight?
I'm sorry. When I heard that you'd be having a few drinks with your coworkers, I took that as a chance for me to head back to my parents' house to have dinner.
Is that right? Well, you should have told me that a lot sooner. When I came home to you not being home, I was very worried about what might have happened to you.
Sorry about that. I'll start heading back home right now.
Do you want me to come out and get you with my car? I was actually the designated driver tonight, so I didn't really have anything to drink at all when I was at the bar.
Don't worry about it. You still had work today and have to be tired from that, right? Too tired to be driving all the way out to here when it's already dark out. My little sister said she'll take me back to the house in her car, so I'll be all right.
Is that right? Well, as long as you're coming home with someone, I feel better.
After a little bit more time, I'll be heading back to the house with her. You go ahead and just relax while waiting for me to get home.
Sounds good. Hey, on the kitchen table, there's a pamphlet from Jake's company. Did he come over to the house earlier today?
Actually, yes, he did. He said he had to go out for a meeting anyway and wanted to stop by our house. So he stopped by for a bit around lunch and had coffee and some cookies with me.
Is that right? I'm sorry about him. He's always coming over to our place without telling anyone first, and I'm sure that's driving you crazy, right?
Not at all, actually. I don't see a problem with him. I was just a little surprised this time, though. The doorbell rang, and when I went over to have a peep at who it was, I thought he was you because you both look so similar.
Well, him and I are identical twins, so it makes sense that that would happen. But are you really still getting the two of us mixed up that much?
At the time, it was just his face that I saw, so don't get too worked up over it. You both have a lot about yourselves that are different now, so I can tell the difference easily. But man, was I shocked when I thought you had come home from work that early today.
Well, I'm sure you were. Honestly, it would be pretty scary if him and I still looked perfectly the same and he was trying to act as though he were me all the time.
Of course, he'd never do something like that. No matter how close the two of you resemble one another, your character is still quite different.
I really hope that's so. However, I don't really like that he's coming over to the house all the time when I'm not around, even if he is my brother.
What? Why do you say that?
Well, you've seen him before, right? He's an absolute train wreck when it comes to how he has relations with women. Not that I don't trust him at all, but you being a very kind woman makes you easy for him.
Could you stop saying things like that about us, please? No matter how much you might think that could happen, it won't. If anything, you worrying about something like that right now is a bit sickening.
Well, with him having the same face as me, I'm a bit worried about what he could do.
Then, let's say I was the same as you both, and had an identical twin and all. Would that mean you'd be interested in my twin sister as well?
I would never have any feelings like that for your sister.
You sure wouldn't, would you? So then you need to stop having those thoughts about me with Jake.
That's a good point. I'm sorry about what I was saying then.
When you say things like that, you start to make me feel a little upset, you know? Since you apologize for that almost immediately, I'll forgive you this time. But please, don't ever say things like that about me again.
All right, I'm really sorry.
I should be home in 20 minutes or so. While you're waiting for me, could you start filling the bath and put my favorite bath bomb in there?
Will do. You have a safe trip home now with your little sister. Hey, Kathy, where are you right now?
What? I'm at home right now.
No, you're not.
Huh? What are you going on about, Jeremy? I just told you that I'm home, which means that I'm at home.
Are you sure you weren't just at the dollar store doing some shopping a second ago?
Not at all. I'm serious. What are you talking about right now?
Well, someone just told me they saw you there at the dollar store in town. They told me that my wife's shopping for quite a few things right now.
Are you sure that they weren't just seeing someone who looked a little bit like me?
I really don't think that's the case with them. It's someone that was even at our wedding and saw us all day there.
Yeah, just the wedding though, right? Which means that they would have only seen me in my wedding dress and with a bunch of makeup on and my hair done up. So I'm not too sure they really know what I look like on the average day.
Are you really at home right now, Kathy?
I've been telling you that I'm in our house right now. You're really getting on my nerves now, all right?
Then could you video call me really quick and show me what room you're in? If you're at home, that shouldn't be a problem at all for you, right?
Huh? How much are you going to doubt what I'm saying right now? It's really starting to piss me off. Because this is something that you should never be talking to your wife about.
So what you're saying is you can't video call.
It's not that I can't call you by video right now, but that I don't want to. Have you always had such little trust in your own wife like this?
This has nothing to do with me trusting you or not. This has to do with the fact that someone saw you at the dollar store and that you're lying to me right now. You were at the dollar store with Jake shopping, right? What's the need for you to hide something like that from me?
Hello? Could you please stop just assuming things about your brother and I right now? Jeremy, recently you've been really strange about a lot of things, right? Whenever I'd go over to my parents' house, you would always ask me over and over again what time I'd be home at. You're starting to scare me a little. What the hell has gotten into you?
Am I not enough for you?
What the hell are you even talking about?
I've known about all of this, Kathy. About the two of you and the relationship that you've both shared.
Are you trying to tell me right now that you think your little brother Jake and your wife have been having an affair? I'm so done with you. I told you already before this to stop thinking something like that would ever happen between us, right? You are really making yourself look awful right now.
Are you really sure that it's me who's making themselves look awful? If anything, it's you who's making the both of you look just terrible right now. The reason I'm bringing all of this up with you now is because I have evidence.
What kind of evidence is that? Don't tell me that the evidence you have is whatever that one person was saying about someone they thought was me. Let me just say, something like that won't pass as evidence anywhere, Jeremy.
That's not what I'm talking about. I had someone investigate you to see if you've been having an affair.
What?
And that's why I want you to start taking things a bit more seriously now and tell me the truth.
So that's what you've done? Well, you should have told me all of that from the start, and we wouldn't have had to waste all of that time just then. The fact that you're trying this whole time to get me to confess is really disturbing. And being all stubborn with your questions like that?
I just wanted to hear the truth coming out of your own mouth was all.
Well, you already went and looked into it all yourself, so who cares what I say now? It's because of that right there that you've been cheated on by your own wife now. You really are the complete opposite of Jake now, aren't you? You happen to get all of the bad communication skills while he got everything good. Now, if you're really wanting to hear the truth from me about this, I actually wanted to go out with Jake before I met you. Then I would have been able to marry him from the start and would have never had to put up with you anyway.
I see.
So, this is a divorce now, right? Jake has already told me that he'll be taking care of my settlement for me. Unlike you, he actually has money, since he went and started up his own company and everything.
Understood.
And don't start becoming all desperate just because you've been abandoned by me now for your brother, okay? After all, in a divorce, it's not always the case that only one person was in the wrong. The reason I had to have an affair was because of how you are as a person.
I understand that.
Tonight, I'll be coming home with Jake, and we will be coming to see you. Make sure to sign the divorce papers I'll be bringing. Now, with all of that having been said, thank you for everything.
Jeremy, are you all right? Yesterday, I didn't hear anything from you at all, so I wanted to check up on you and see if you're still living. I'm thinking about coming out to your place later tonight to make you dinner and such. You are still off work and everything for the week, right?
Hey, sorry, Mom, for not being able to get back with you last night. I have work off until tomorrow, and then I'll be going back in to do the same old, same old. But until then, I have to get to work on moving all of my things out of here. And in terms of food, I still have some left over in the fridge, so you don't have to come here and make me anything.
What? You still have food left over there? I only left you enough food for yesterday, so how come you have enough for tonight as well? Don't tell me that you're still not eating anything.
I made sure to eat a little bit, but having just gotten divorced from the woman I'd loved for so long, I'm not really in the mood to eat.
I understand that, but it's been a whole week now, and you haven't really eaten a thing. If you are going through all of that stress, yet not eating barely anything, right now is the best time to be eating, Jeremy.
I just can't right now. Having to think about how my own wife had an affair with my twin brother like that. I just can't believe what all happened there, and I still feel as though it should be impossible. I really can't get past what happened then.
Why are you even saying all of that? What happened was the best, and I really do mean the best outcome for you.
Huh? How was any of that the best outcome for me? Tell me, what about all of this is so good to you?
I really hate saying this about one of my sons and your ex-wife, but those two being together is like mashing two useless people together, right? Remember, they are both the ones that cut ties to you now. To me, that is a really great deal, and you should not let it go to waste.
I'm sure to you that might be the case, but if this was the way things would turn out for me and the way I'd be feeling after it all, I think I was best off never getting married in the first place. And it was all because I was no good for Kathy that she had to go cheat on me.
I really do understand how painful all of this has been for you. But nobody besides Kathy ever said anything about you being the problem in that marriage. Now, you need to stop blaming yourself for this outcome and open your eyes a bit more.
But I'm nothing as a man now. I've lost everything to my little brother and have nothing to show for it anymore. We may share the same face and body, but his education and his work experience are both above my own. And when it comes to how much he's making now, it's at least 10 times the amount I pull in. And now he was even able to steal my own wife from me and is marrying her now.
Jeremy, the one thing that you have that Jake will never, ever be able to beat you at is that serious yet kind attitude of yours.
But everyone can be like that, not just me.
You are fine, Jeremy. When it comes to those who take things the most seriously, they end up winning in the end. You happen to have a lot of people around you that you've helped throughout your life, and they respect you a lot for that. Can't you see that by the way all of your coworkers and friends have jumped in to help you move out of that house? And people like myself are making all of that really good food for you, right?
Well,
in the end, people will always favor you more than your brother, okay? In life, the most important thing one can have is other people around them. Sure, money and talent are things that help make life easier for one. But when they get into trouble and there's not a soul around that can help them, then they are really out of luck.
I understand that things like friends are a really important thing, but when it comes to Jake, he's a really popular kid, right? He runs his own company, and he's like the grand prize man when it comes to the way women all look at him. That's what Kathy made it sound like to me.
You really don't get it now, do you? Compared to you, those two are nothing but absolute failures. I'm sure in no time, those two are going to screw up big time and will disappear from the face of this earth.
How could you ever say something like that?
Perhaps it has to do with how long I've been on this planet and how much stuff I've seen out of people. Anyway, for the time being, please let those around you who respect and care for you so much be the ones to support you while you get over the divorce. And please, start taking it easy a little and eating some really healthy foods. You are fine. After all, you are not the one who is alone in all of this.
Jeremy, do you have a second to spare?
What's up? If this is about all the paperwork for the divorce and such, I've already finished it all. I also made sure to take you off the company health insurance and all of that. And I handed in all of the paperwork for the divorce as well, so that it could all be processed and we'd be no more by today.
Hold on a second. I just started thinking that maybe I really do want to go back and be by your side again.
Excuse me? What the hell are you going on about? You and I are divorced now, and there's nothing you can do about that anymore.
I understand that, Jeremy. But look, I've really realized something while being with Jake. The one who really understood me all that time was you.
Even after all that time you'd been having that affair with my brother behind my back? Does that mean right now is the moment you're finally going to have a change of heart or something?
I think that the feelings I had for him before weren't all that real. I feel that I'm no longer in love with the man he was before, and...
Even though you were so happy to finally be divorcing me for someone who has a lot more money. When you were leaving my house that night after dropping off the papers with him, you told me all the things you hated about me, right? Telling me that I wasn't fun to talk to, and that I was a failure of a man, and that you'd hated my lack of good appearance. My choice of clothing was uncool as well, right?
I'm sorry, but at that time, I might have said too much. But at the time you found out that I had been having that affair, I wasn't in a good state of mind. I tried to act all tough about it, I think. I never actually wanted for you and I to get this divorce from one another. After I had brought it up, I had no choice but to act as though I wanted it. And out of carelessness, I went with Jake back to his place.
All of that really doesn't matter to me anymore. The fact that you went and had that affair with my brother and then asked for the divorce will never change.
Would it be wrong for me to come back to you?
What makes you think you can even ask for something like that right now?
Because I never said that I hated you, Jeremy. Sure, there was a time where I was really into the man Jake was and all, but the man I've always loved has been you.
In other words, you were fine with us both just continuing our marriage as long as the fact that you were cheating on me with my little brother was never found out.
That's not what I'm saying here. I thought that one day I would have to get rid of Jake and only be with you again. Also, with the help of this divorce, I've finally come around to seeing just how bad of a person I've really been, and can understand why you wanted me gone. I really hurt you a lot, didn't I? I am so sorry for all of that.
There's no need for your apologies anymore. I understand how you've felt, Kathy.
Then, you're going to give me another chance?
No, that's something which is impossible now. Unlike you, I'm no longer even thinking about you anymore, Kathy.
Is there not even a small chance that you and I can get back together? Before this divorce, you and I had been together with one another forever.
And it was you who went and destroyed all of that, right? Sure, I might not have been enough for you all those years, but if that was a problem for you, you should have left me before you went and stabbed me in the back like that. If anything, you should have told me about the things that made you unhappy, and then we both could have worked on fixing and or changing them, right? At this point in time, asking for us to get back together is something I won't even contemplate.
No way. I don't want to leave you, Jeremy. You told me that you'd be moving out of that house before, but you are still there, right? Can I come over to see you right now? I want to see you in person, Jeremy.
Wait, I just got a message from my mom.
You just got a text from your mom?
I see what's going on here now.
Wait, what did she say to you? Did you talk with your mom about how I want to get back together with you again and fix everything? I understand you not wanting to take me back in, but I promise you that after this I will never, ever stab you in the back again. I don't care how much your mom might hate me for this. I will do my best to make her change her feelings about me someday.
Wait, is it true that my brother's company just went bankrupt?
What?
And that's why you're talking with me again now?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Mom is being texted by my brother at this moment about how he needs her to help him. Seems that little crap went and committed some kind of a scam or fraud. And so my mom said that he's crying to her right now because he's afraid that he's going to be arrested and taken to jail.
I have no idea what all is going on with Jake and his company right now.
Well, that's odd because he told my mom that he tried to talk with you about what was going on, but the moment he said his company was done for, you ran off. So you really do only care about one thing, and that's money.
That's not true. Before he even came to me talking about his company, I was already getting ready to text you wanting you back. Jake just took me leaving the house the wrong way is all.
Thank you so much, Kathy.
You're thanking me? Why would you be thanking me at a time like this? Are you thanking me because I ended up choosing you over your little brother?
What would make you think that's the reason I'd be thanking you? I'm just thankful that you and everything around you is about to vanish from the face of the earth is all. Then I'll be able to forget about you completely, just like everyone else will.
Why the hell? What the hell would make you think that'll happen to me?
I was the one that just got cheated on by my twin brother. And not just that, but I was made fun of before my wife abandoned me for him. But it was all too sudden for me, and it took time for my heart to catch up with all that had just happened. For the past week, my mind keeps going back to you and all the fun memories you and I shared in the past. Yet now, here you are wanting me back, saying that you'd always loved me, right? Well, after hearing from my mom what the truth of all this is, that last bit of me that was remembering you is gone now.
This isn't about me jumping back over to you. I just finally came around to realizing it's always been you that I've loved.
Then your love for others is a really shallow and fragile thing, isn't it? Sorry to ask this, but could you stop talking to me for the rest of time? I'm finished with you and all of the things that ever had to do with you. I've also finished up all the paperwork for things like our shared properties and the settlements, which means that this is the last time you and I'll ever talk to one another.
I've already been disowned by my parents, though.
And that's just music to my ears. I mean, didn't you expect something like that was gonna happen to you? You went and jumped ship to go and marry my twin brother after all. To all of those with even a single ounce of ethical reasoning in their head, that's gross.
You and I shared a lot of the same friends, and they have all left me now over what had happened. I don't have anyone else to rely on for help now. So please, I just need to stay for a little bit. So could you please let me stay at your place?
Nah.
I'll do anything you ask me to, though. I'll make sure to find myself a job and everything so that I can get out of your hair as soon as possible.
Well, if you're offering to do anything, how about you go and off yourself?
What?
I mean, you said it yourself that you'd do anything for me.
How can you?
If it's housing that's really the problem for you right now, find a cardboard box or something for a little while.
But it's going to take me forever to find a job that will take me, right?
Well, as long as you don't set your standards too high, then you should be able to find a job within a day or two, right? Or better yet, as a woman, there's the easiest job of all you can get.
Are you inferring that I get a job as a hooker?
I never said that.
I want to find myself a proper job that a self-respecting woman would have. So please, just a little bit is all I need. You and I aren't just some strangers, right? Just a little while ago, you and I were husband and wife.
But at this point in time, we're strangers and nothing more, which means there's not a single thing that I can or will do for you. Also, the place that I'm moving into is a studio apartment, so I'm not going to be letting anyone else move in with me.
I can sleep on the couch, though.
Well, why the hell would I want a stranger sleeping in my house? You're the one that left me after you abandoned me and ran off with my brother. If you want someone to rely on the man you left me for. How much of a selfish little bitch are you gonna be about all of this? I'm telling you right now, you keep that self-centered attitude of yours up for too much longer, and you're gonna get killed in this city.
I'm sure you've already heard this from your mom and all. But Jake was never really working for that good of a job. He would lie to all kinds of people and would take their money from them, which is why everyone is thinking he's going to be arrested really soon here.
Well, if you knew about that, then you're gonna be arrested as well.
I didn't know all the details of what he was doing, though. I just found out how it's all been illegal business the other day.
Anyway, what all happens to you and him doesn't mean anything to me at all. Just try your best, and I'm sure something will happen for you.
Please, Jeremy. I was in the wrong for all of this. I promise to never do anything so stupid ever again to you. I want to go back to the simple and relaxing life I had with you before all of this.
And that's all I ever wanted as well. The plan was for me to work on us the moment I found out you really had been cheating, so we could get that life we had together back. I was already trying to get you back before I came to you about your affair, by taking you out to the places that you wanted to go, and by not forcing you to do too many chores at home. But no matter how hard I was trying to win you back and make things right, it never seemed to be enough for someone like you.
I'm so sorry.
Well, I've given up on you now. Hearing that you were with my identical twin the whole time really was the end of it all for me.
Forgive me, please, Jeremy. I really am so sorry. I will never do anything like that to you again. I promise you that. I promise that I will never stab you in the back again.
If that's what you're promising me, then don't you ever talk to me again, please. When it comes to things like divorce, it isn't always a one side was in the wrong sort of thing. So even if we tried to get back together again, nothing would really ever change. Kathy, thank you so much for what you'd given me. Because you were such a toxic and self-centered bitch, this divorce hasn't been too bad for me after all. After that, my brother was arrested by the police for his crimes, and his company was abandoned the very next day. And then my ex-wife went all over the city looking for those that could help her, but in the end, she wasn't able to find a single person. I heard a few days later that she started to stay at this brothel type of a place where they housed their workers for free. As for my little brother, he'll be going to prison for 10 years due to the severity of all his crimes, and when he's out of there, the family plan is to not care for him at all and hope that he rots away forever. As for myself, I've moved into a smaller apartment building closer to the outside of the city and have been taking things easily all by myself. There were times I would get a little bit down and not want to do anything at all, but one of my friends suggested that I get a pet, and so I went and adopted a cat from the shelter. Things have become a lot more fun now with my cat, and although I can't really see what my future will hold for me, I know for sure that with this cat I've started to love so much, it's gonna be a fun future. And then when I'm feeling 100% myself again, I'll make sure to go to all of those who supported me through this troubling time and thank them for being such close friends and family. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.